Hey, Giant fans. Welcome to the Giant Insider Podcast, brought to you by FanDuel Sportsbook on the Believe Network. My name is Jerry Foley. I'm the senior editor of the Giant Insider newspaper, and with me, as always, is the beat writer, the heart of Giants Nation. Nobody beats the biz, Chris Bizignano. Well, the Giants did something today that I didn't think was possible, Chris. They made Mac Jones look like a cross between Joe Montana and Steve Young. The defense has sunk to new lows.
It was a legacy game.
That's true. Very good point. Nice job. Yeah, we didn't even plan that one. Nice. Like, very witty, Chris. Very witty. It was a legacy game. But wow. I mean, Mac Jones at one point, I think, was 13 of 13. I don't know if he got higher than that as far as being perfect, but I mean, what's that?
First 14.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. 14. Ended up what? 19 to 24, 235, 135 rating. No pass rush or very little to speak of. We knew the secondary was depleted, but man, you hate to question effort, but I don't know how you watch Tay Banks and you don't question effort at the end of that game. Sorry to say, but it's true. Ugly afternoon. And Jaxson Dart, I'm watching this game and I'm thinking, there's only one reason to watch the Giants right now. It's to watch Jaxson Dart's progression. And by the end of that game, he's getting hit pretty hard and he's not quitting. He's fighting. You just hope this isn't, not only is the beating, but the losing getting to him. But it's man, Chris, if it wasn't for Dart, this is another year where I think fans just stop watching. I mean, this is bad right now. Real bad.
Jerry, we might be in a minority of saying that people are watching it for Dart because I was there today. Half that building.
Yeah.
Jerry, I mean literally. Half that building was 49er fans.
My youngest went, and Chris, and the first thing she said was, "Wow, there's more Niners fans here than Giants."
Jerry, I've been going a while.
Mm-hmm.
Working here at the Insider, and obviously as a season ticket holder.
Sure.
But forget about the season ticket holder crap. Let's talk about just working here.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I've been to numerous Eagle games. I've seen the Steelers in here. I've seen the Packers in here, and the Packers will be in here in a couple of weeks. And you would think, you'd be like, well, Chris, I figure those teams have more jerseys, more fans in the building. No. Today was the worst I've ever seen it. It was literally half the building was full. I could not believe how loud they were in a good way, cheering on their team. The Go San Francisco chants.
You heard defense on the
defense
on TV.
Chants.
You heard it.
Kyle Juszczyk has a reception in it, and they're yelling, "You!" I'm like, what is going on? I mean, it literally half the building. So while a lot of people are hanging in there for Jaxson Dart, Jerry, I think a lot of people have checked out, even with Jaxson Dart, because judging by that crowd today, people have sold their tickets, dude. And that probably means they're probably not even home watching either, because that half the building was the 49ers fans today. I never seen so much red in my life. I never seen how loud an opposing team's fans were. And I've seen all the so-called, the teams that really travel well.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable. Even Jaxson Dart made a comment on it. He was asked about it after the game today. Because it was noticeable, man. It really was. So I think the point I'm making is that, we just, you're right. And we've talked about it where the only thing really Giant fans are going to tune into is to see Jaxson Dart. And I think a lot of fans have tuned out to that now and say, you know what, I'll see Jaxson in 2026 because I'm done.
Do you think fans have packed it in on the organization as a whole right now? You just think it's like, what? Until changes are made, I can't do this anymore.
That's the feeling I get. I mean, obviously, so many people sold their tickets. That's the feeling I get. Yeah, we love Jaxson. Maybe I'll catch a few games down the road, but I'll see Jaxson in 2026 when they make changes because, these last 9 games, entering today, the last 9 games. Now it's 8. Brian Dable's coaching for his job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And this was not a good first audition. He's coaching to save his job the last 9 games.
Yeah.
Because you can't finish 4 again. You can't be losing games like this and expect to come back. I don't care. You drafted Jaxson Dart, your buddies with him, and he's going to make up a better court. Whatever the hell that stuff is, he's not going to survive it.
Yeah, it was a 10-point game, but it was so much worse than that. I mean, that's window dressing, that the final score. I mean, that game was the game, you know, it was 7-0. And then once the Niners scored and then they stopped the Giants, and Chris, at 7-7, you just feel like, yeah, you could sense the tide turning, right? This game is almost over when it was 14-7. And it's no knock on the offense. Like they're, you know, look, there's flaws. Theo Johnson.
They're shorthanded too.
They're shorthanded, but Theo Johnson, you know, there's guys dropping. I'm just so tired of the drop passes. I mean, come on.
My God.
Darius Slayton, that throw was perfect in the end zone. You're a veteran. You just signed a 3-year deal. Catch the ball, Darius. But like, my point is, Jaxson Dart is doing everything he can. You really feel like it. And he's careful with the football. For as much as he's trying to come back, he's careful as hell with the football. He's not putting it in. He's not throwing caution to the wind and just, you know, flinging it up there.
No. But these kids, I mean, how many times are we going to see Theo Johnson drop a pass in a big spot?
Man. Come on.
And like you said, man, Slade, beautiful throw, man. Right in his hands.
Perfect.
I mean, you know, it's look, you mentioned something at the beginning of the podcast. You're not the only one to mention this to me today. I think maybe this losing starting to get in a dart. It's not, Jerry. I'll tell you what this kid's mentality is.
Good. Yeah.
His mentality, look, he's going to be upset. He's going to be down. He's going to be upset. He's going to be disgusted, all that stuff, because he hates to lose. But this kid's mentality is, I am going to do everything in my power. I don't care if we lose 40-0 every week. The following week, I'm going to come out and try to turn this around. I'm going to come out and turn this around. I'm going to come out and turn this around. That's his mentality, Jerry. I'm around this kid.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, dude.
Yeah.
It's, you know, I know you might look at the presser today, and Jaxson comes out and he's like this, you know. And he takes a while to come to the podium. You could tell he's upset. And
exactly
he's like,
what you saw. Yep.
All right, what do you got? You know, Jaxson, what happened here? Well, you know, we didn't do this. We got to, make a play. But this is a kid, by the way, this kid is a rookie. He's 6 games in now, 5 games in, 6 games in. And he's going around to each player, veteran, saying, we need more. We need more. We need more. So he doesn't have that mentality. I'm sorry, Jerry. He's not getting, don't think this losing is knocking him down. We're like, oh man, I don't know if I can take this much longer. I can't take this organization. No, this kid's mentality is like, I'm going to do everything possible to win the next game and turn this around.
Good. Yeah. And that's what you want to hear, right? Because Chris, you nailed it. And that's what I watched. I watched the presser and I just thought, man, I really hope it's not getting to him. Mm-hmm. And then I saw your question who was it, to Dable or was it to Dart, where you said taking a lot of hits? You know?
Yeah.
Who was it to, Dable or Dart?
Dart, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Right. And I'm glad you say that, because that's my biggest worry, but that's somewhat reassuring. But Chris, I get the feeling with Dart too, like next year, I mean, it's his team now, but next year when it's really his team, you know, you just wonder, like, he's pretty demonstrative on the field, which I like. You know, Slayton drops the pass and you see him go like, oh my God, come on, man, catch that. And you just wonder, like, if he gets a little more Sims in him next year, where he's not calling people out, but you know what I mean, right? Like, like really just owning the field and being that field general. You wonder if it's another year where he's like, all right, guys, catch the effing ball. Like, come on, man, I can't put that any better. And you kind of want that. Like, I want him to own this team, and I like that he's showing that. I like that he's showing that now, dude. I really do. Yeah,
he's owning this team right now.
Good.
He's the leader of this team. Brian Dable slipped that today when he said that. He goes, this kid's the leader of the team right now. I think he said that in his presser today.
Yeah.
I could tell you this for a fact. He's the leader of this team right now. This is the kid. He's 6 games in. He's a rookie. And people are following him. This is the kid that's going to each guy, defense and offense, saying, we need more. We need more. We have to do more. We have to work harder. So when Dable said that today, there was a reason why Dable said that. He kind of, because Dart is the one that's going around each and every player and getting guys together saying, hey, guys, we got to kick it up even more. We got to kick it up even more. So this kid right now, Jerry, what is he, 6 games in, right? Jackson?
Yeah. Yeah. Because the first 3 was Russell.
In.
Yeah.
First 3 was Russell. Right.
2-7. Yeah.
And this kid 6 games in is the leader of this football team. It's not even a question. It's not Brian Burns. It's not Dex, who disappeared again today. You know, it's Jaxson Dart. He's the leader of this football team.
Speaking of that, and I know he would never, ever, ever gloat, but I mean, you know, maybe he didn't go about it the best way, but Carl Banks is vindicated. I mean, you know, it's come on. Dexter Lawrence was MIA today, and you figured this be a week where he would want to show it, and maybe he just doesn't have it anymore, Chris. I don't know. I have no idea. But, you know, Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, like, we're supposed to have a pass rush. I understand that the secondary's bad, and it was going to be really bad today. Corey Black was our best corner. Was our best. Sorry,
Think
but
about
he
that.
was our best corner.
Think about
right?
that for a second, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that our secondary is not good. Our linebacker, especially inside without McFadden, Okereke. I almost lost my mind on the McFadden on the McCaffrey first touchdown. Then you see he gets picked, and you're like, well, can he work through it, right? So I know that our linebacker is not good. Pass rush is supposed to be there, and it's just, other than Brian Burns, it's just not. It's supposed to be a strength, and I'm tired of talking about it every week now. It's like, outside of Brian Burns, we don't have a pass rush. Is it? What do you see? Are you seeing the guy just not winning the battles? I'm just curious, because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, bottom line, Abdul Qadir's played 9 games and he hasn't made an impact.
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't have a sack yet. He's got a half a sack. He doesn't have a full sack yet. Thibodeau, okay, it's been all right, But I think everybody, going into the season, you expected Dex to be back to that 9 sack guy. Tibbs to get maybe double digits and get close to it.
Right.
The additions of Abdul Qadir and of course Brian Burns coming back. And it's really only one guy. It's only one guy, And you got and then you got, the last 2 weeks, that missing tackles stuff is coming back into the Giants defense, where you guys missing the tackles left and right on running plays. Like you mentioned before, the Brian Robinson 18-yard run with Tate Banks. I don't even know what the hell he was doing.
It looked like he didn't want any part of it, Chris.
Looked like he wanted no part of that big boy, So it's and you see Tyler Newman talk about it in his locker after the game. They're attacking us on the perimeter. They want the corners to tackle. This is the third week, and until we stop it, teams are going to keep doing it. So Shanahan. I thought Shanahan had a very good game plan, because he's going with his backup quarterback. Right, he's shorthanded receiver-wise, but he schemed up a lot of good plays. Right, they did a good job up front. Of course, Trent Williams could still play left tackle. Mac Jones was phenomenal, but they asked him to do. Right, and so I mean that's great coaching there. And the Giants defense obviously very shorthanded on the back end. Couldn't stop the run. I mean, it's the get right game for the 49ers, who are not a good running team. You would think, Christian McCaffrey, for me to say they're not a good running team coming into this game, you're like, what are you talking about, Chris? Well, they were 30th in the league, averaging 89 yards on the ground a game. Well, they come in today and they get 159, and McCaffrey goes for 106, albeit 28 carries, 3.6, but still. Robinson goes for, what did I say in the podcast this week? Is he can't have Robinson get 50 or 60 too. Yep. Well, he went for 53.
Yep.
He went for 53 and a touchdown. And then Mac Jones played well, 14 in a row to start the game. So the Giants, Jerry, it's an adjustment league. The Giants go down the field in the first drive. They score a touchdown, and that's it. Then they had like 5 straight possessions. I think they had 1 first down, Yeah. I'm looking at the thing. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a missed field goal after the fumble. They get 1 first down in 5 possessions, Jerry, after the initial opening touchdown drive. They had 1 first down in 5 possessions. So while Robert Saleh goes, okay, they want to do this, well, we're going to do this. Okay, the adjustments coming back, the execution coming back is not there. And then once again, I don't understand personnel decisions.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, to me, why isn't little Jordan Humphrey signed to the 53? Right? Because you can't elevate him anymore. He's got 3 elevations, right? And then you elevate Ray McLeod, who I didn't realize was John Taylor all of a sudden. Okay. And not only does he play, he had to play 50-something snaps. He was out there the whole game. So you got a guy you elevated that's playing the majority by far of the snaps.
1 catch, by the way.
What was he targeted? 1 time? Twice? What the hell was he targeted?
I saw him targeted once and he got 5 yards. Targets one target.
Okay, one target, 5 yards. I got it in front of me here.
Yep.
And he's playing the whole damn game. So what? You don't think little Jordan Humphreys deserved that signed to the 53? And then it's just it's amazing. It's amazing that we look at the personnel. Like, what do we do? And then they come out this week, right?
Mm.
And I know Bellinger's inactive with the neck. They come out this week and they're heavy 11 personnel, where they've been a lot of 12 personnel groupings, and they've thrown out of 12 personnel and they've run out of 12 personnel. So what do they do today? They're heavy 11 personnel. If you look at, I watched this game film, bro. You look at last week what Houston did. They ran out of 12 personnel. They were killing the 49ers out of 12 personnel. And then the Giants come out and we're going to fool them. Watch this. We're going to go 11 personnel the whole game. Meanwhile, they're thin at receiver, and you got Findoni and you got Theo Johnson, and they don't really go 12 much, I guess because Bellinger was injured. Mind-boggling stuff, bro.
Yeah, and why, like, activating Fedoni, like, this is the week you would, I don't know, whatever. What's the point? Yeah, okay. So, if someone had what's
what
that?
was that?
No, I just don't, I like, we activate Fedoni, and then, I don't know, I guess you play special teams. I don't even know where he is, Chris. I keep rewinding plays to see guys, and whatever. Okay, great. You know, our tight end's so good at catching the ball. You know, don't give Fedoni a chance. My question for you now is, if I told you a wide receiver had 9 receptions, how many yards would you say they probably had?
I already know the answer, so I can't cheat.
But what would you say, though?
Well,
what would you?
normally, 110, 125.
Yeah, okay. You want to tell them how many I'm talking about?
I know. Okay, God,
46.
Yeah, I know.
40, 46.
I know.
And
it just seems so much that short game. I mean, I was like in the first half, and I said to a guy at halftime at the stadium, I said, I mean, are we going to challenge Lenore and Green at all? Are we going to go perimeter at all? Yeah, are we just going to keep dinking and dunking and this and that? Like, you know, they're not a good pass rush team. Robert Saleh blitzed a few times, right? But are we going to challenge? Yeah, I mean, you got Raven McLeod playing 700 snaps. So you going to challenge Lenore and Green? I think we're falling asleep in the first half. Okay, and then the bullshit at the end doesn't count. They went soft zone, you know, their last drive and all that. You know, but I'm like, what? You know, everything is okay. Let's look for the tight end, running backs out of the backfield. You know, Slay was quiet into the end.
Yeah, it doesn't count. I don't count.
Yeah. Singletary 2 catches, Tracy 3 catches, Theo 3, 6 target. Everything was short, and we're not talking. You know, Wandell, everything was short. As you know, 9 for 46. That's 5 a catch.
So either he's getting tackled immediately. I mean, there's no yards after the catch. 5.1 on 9 catches. That's
like, why are we not challenging the perimeter, man? Why are we not going after Lenore and Green a little bit? So very cool, very questionable game planning and scheming and all that stuff, and which leads to a 2-7 record and a 34-24 deceiving final score.
Well, the good thing is they listened to the Giant Insider podcast because Jalen Hyatt was returning kicks today. Cool.
Yeah, you should have seen Jalen at his lock after the game.
Well, go ahead. What was he?
So Jalen Hyatt, you know, so a couple people asked him. Well, I asked him too. Obviously, the trade deadline coming up, his name's been bouncing around a little bit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, do you want to? And I asked Jalen too at his presser, and I said, "Do you know, with the media around it, Jalen, do you want to be here? Do you want to finish? You know, do you want to finish your contract? You know, you want to be a Giant?" He said, "Yeah, absolutely, do." You know, I'm just waiting for the opportunity. You know, I wish I could get some more opportunities. And I said to Jalen, I asked Jalen, I said, Jalen, do you feel you're getting the opportunities in this offense? Do you feel you even have the opportunity? You know, he went like this, Joe. He goes, you know, we'll see. Otherwise, no, you know.
Yeah. Right.
Now, there's always 2 sides of the story,
sure.
But Jerry, I'm telling you this now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you this now.
Yep.
He's going to be on another team, maybe even Tuesday, if not next year, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put him in an offense with a pretty good offensive mind, and
like the one we played today,
like Kyle Shanahan. And we're gonna be on this podcast. Going to see Jerry. Look, Jalen might not be the most polished receiver, but he did need an opportunity a little bit to get the ball in his hands sometimes on different types of schemes on offense. Look what he's doing with so-and-so. Look, he made a big play, Jerry. Jerry, did you see the highlight of Jalen today? He went on a crosser, 35, you know? So, obviously the frustration is there. So, what happened was I asked Jalen Hyatt today, I said, Jalen, did you return kickoffs in Tennessee? Because I don't remember that. And he goes, no. Because last time I returned kickoffs was high school. I said, okay. I said, well, could you tell me how this developed this week? Was this something the Giants, like Mike Gabriel, and is this something they will build it up? Hey, Jalen, get ready. We might, and he said, no, it was this week. They just came out to me and said, look, Singletary's got to play running back. We're going to, we don't want him back returning kicks. Are you interested? We're going to get you in there. And he was like, yeah, I'll do anything to put my hands on the ball, So that's how that came about. With the injury to Scat, Singletary obviously was going to get more touches. He got more touches. It seemed like they were featuring him more than Tracy, right? They liked him more than Tracy Singletary today.
Yeah.
And then, they decided to give Jalen a shot returning kicks. And with his speed, I don't blame them. Give him a shot. He wasn't that bad. He got, he said he was getting a little familiar with it after the first time and, and all that stuff. So he's a kid that only needs his one crease. If he hits a crease, he's gone, with his speed.
Yeah.
So that's how that came about. Look, I don't know how you feel about the call. You tell me how you feel. The 20-7, they get the turnover, a 4th and goal from the 3, and Dable decides to kick the field goal to make it 20-10.
I didn't go nuts.
I thought he might go for it there to try to be aggressive, but I get it. I didn't go crazy over it either, Jerry.
No, I didn't because I had no faith they were going to score on 4th and 3 either, Chris.
Right. I guess Dable didn't either. So
I was like, we're not scoring. Get the 3. Take the 3.
He decided to go for the field goal. I was curious there, Jerry. I thought he might go for it, try to get aggressive. And if you don't get it, you got him down to 3. But I get it also, I guess, in a way, make it 20-10 and all that. So he decided to kick the field goal. And the rest, and then Niners get the ball and they go down 27-10. Game's over. So big, long drives by the Niners in the 4th quarter. So.
I was way more aggravated at the turnover than missed field goal than anything else. That and what was it? What was his biggest gain? McCaffrey. Hang on one second. It was
his biggest gain.
Receiving. Yeah, the 39 yarder down the sideline when no one covered him. That was amazing. I mean,
obviously another miscommunication.
Chris, he's the best player on their offense. How does he go uncovered? How does that happen? Look, I mean, I know I look at it sometimes simplistically, but I'm just like, no one's covering their best player.
I don't know. The first touchdown, like even though Kirky explained to me after the game, he goes, I got caught up in the pick. He goes,
and you saw it. Yeah. Yes.
I got to do a better job getting out of that. I recognize the scheme. He said, I recognize what they were doing because I got to do a better job getting off that pick and getting out there. So he took blame for that, Bobby, but it wasn't like they were fooled by it. But the 39-yard reception, McCaffrey just leaks out into a flat. They dump it off to him out of the backfield, and there's not a guy within. So it was a blown assignment somewhere. But Jerry, we're not, like you said, it's the best player. He's one of the best players in the league, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
And one of the
top 3 running backs in the NFL.
And you figure we got to account for this dude every play, right? We have to know where this guy is every freaking play. We got to know where this guy is.
Yep.
They didn't know where he was in that play. 39 yards down the sideline.
So to Okereke's credit, I lost it at first. Then I rewound it. I said, no, he got picked. He definitely got picked. But I don't think he was getting there anyway. I got to be honest with you. I don't think he was getting there.
He might not have been. Yeah, you're right.
So, okay, called it. He didn't get around the pick, but I don't think he was getting there. But, McCaffrey's probably the best back out of the backfield, too. So, although he's maybe a top 3 running back out of the backfield, probably number 1. And we let him run down the field untouched. Yeah. I don't know what else to discuss with this game, Chris. I guess one more thing. Personally speaking, I wouldn't let Tay Banks see the field again. I don't care if he picked up a cornerback off the street this week. After the effort he showed on the run, I'm out on Tay Banks. I'd rather Evan Neal play and be terrible at guard, or Jalen Hyatt run the wrong route all game long than watch Tay Banks again. That's just where
Jerry, did I miss it? Did they take him out after that missed tackle? They put
that, it. I don't know.
I think they did. They brought in Bernard Converse, the guy they just got in a trade last week. I saw him out there, I think, right after that. So I guess they yanked him. I guess they yanked Banks after that play. I don't know. We'll see what happens with him this week. Number 1 pick, dude.
Traded up for him.
Number 1 pick. You want to know why you choose 7, folks? Well, one of the big reasons why you have number 1 picks that don't belong on the field.
And Schlottman's an upgrade over JMS at this point.
You think so?
Sorry. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom, Chris, but one of the first plays of the game, I see JMS on the ground. Somebody made a play in the backfield. Here we go already. It's a disaster all around at this point, and that's what's frustrating. I just hope Dart survives it, Chris. I just want him to survive, get through, keep doing what he's doing, but he's taking some hits at the end of that game. He went over to the sideline and genuflected and just put his hand on his head, and I'm thinking, please be okay, kid. Like, I know you're a gamer, you're going to give it your all every week, but let's also be somewhat smart with this, man. Please don't get hurt. We're going to need you next year.
There was a couple of plays where he took hits he didn't have to take hits. The one he ran like 18 yards, he went to the sideline. Instead of just sliding or getting the hell out of bounds, he takes the hit.
Yeah.
Obviously, the Khalil Ferrell one was like he didn't see him coming. It was a coverage sack, and he got blasted. He got blasted another time, and Jerry, man, I know he's so competitive and he's a tough kid, but dude, he's just not going to last doing this.
I know.
He's just not going to last.
Yep. Got to be careful. Real quick, no receivers. He's 24 of 33, 191, 2 touchdowns passing, no turnovers, got rocked when he got sacked, and he ran for a touchdown, and his quarterback rating was 107. I mean, this kid's doing a lot with nothing.
As far as the Giants defense goes, I'm looking at the stats here. Only 3 quarterback hits, 2 sacks. That was it. Yep. They only had 3 quarterback hits and 2 sacks themselves. So I thought Marcus Ball, for the most part, Jerry, I know he gave up a sack there. I thought for the most part he did well.
I don't get mad at a rookie missing. It's going to happen at the right tackle.
It's going to happen. Happens to veterans. I thought he held for the most part.
He held up. He held up fine. Yeah.
I thought he held up fine,
Yeah. Unfortunately, I think he's going to be a reason why they don't re-sign Illuminor. And I think they should re-sign Illuminor.
Yeah, I think that's possible. I agree. I think that's possible. So, hey, look, we're sitting there today and waiting for Dable. We were all looking at each other, and with it getting dark at 5:00, we were all sitting there like, man, this feels like January. This feels like the season's over. Like, and we got 8 games left.
Yeah, that's how it felt today, dude. Yep.
Yeah, when it gets dark early, it's got that real winter feel, and it's like, holy shit, we got 8 games left. Oh man, so 2-7, 8 games left, and oh man, it's a lot of football left, and I don't know what to tell you, man.
8 games left with a fan base that, like you said, has lost interest, and I just wonder what it's going to look like 2 weeks from now with Green Bay.
Jerry, man, I mean, the Packers really travel well. What the hell is this stadium going to look like in 2 weeks?
It's going to look like Lambeau. It's going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. Well, all right.
So, I can't think of really.
No.
Besides Jackson, I really can't think of any.
And special teams are, again, a crap show now. Well, come on. We were speaking highly of them too quickly. We have to be harder on them throughout the season, I guess. The special teams now looks, coverage units are okay. Gano misses a gimme. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Killing with a bad kickoff.
Nothing bad kickoff. That's a big mistake. That can't happen. So Jerry, even that we can't even say, the specials play well. No, can't even say that.
Nope.
So just a home game, just a bad against a team that's missing future Hall of Famers.
Yep. Yeah, sure.
And don't forget, Mac Jones is a backup quarterback. That's not even that guy. So.
Well, Mac Jones was run out of New England. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Cool. Wow.
Cool.
8 more of these. Oh my God.
Cool. I don't know, folks.
What can you say?
As the wrap-up show, 34-24 final for MetLife. Go to Chicago next week against the 5-3 Bears. And boy. All I hope is that Jaxson Dart makes it out of this season in one piece. I really do.
And by the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't say that the 49ers covered the FanDuel Sportsbook spread of 2.5. So there's that.
Here it is.
Anyway, saw that spread, but it's at the start and thought that's awfully low.
They wanted you to take the Giants, right? And they suck at everybody.
I was right.
Yep.
Anyway. Anything else, buddy?
And shame on me for thinking the Giants are going to play well today and get.
I did too.
Shame
I
on
felt,
me.
of course, I felt good walking into this game. I said, this is going to be one of those games where you just feel good. Even if they lose, it's going to be a close game. And then the first drive happens. So Theo Johnson can do things. You just have to literally hand him the ball because his hands are terrible. But like when he gets the ball in his hands, he looks like hell on wheels. But whatever.
Yeah.
Not one thing, it's another. So
Yep. So
all right.
All right.
We'll come back later this week and do a preview show when they play the Bears next week in Soldier Field. And that's that. Anything else, buddy?
No, that's it.
All right, guys, hang in there. Not when we print this week. Sundays are Giant days. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.